Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here after school today. We talk about the different type of verb in French if you were in class. Okay, and unfortunately, some of you were just talking. So this is time for you to actually practice at home. I try to get this down. So we talk about the fact that in French we have different type of verbs, right? And then the verb have different endings, and then we talk about er verb, re verb, and ir verb. And then to start, in French one, we're gonna go with a verb type that is used 85% of time. It's a er verb. Okay, but before we start that, we're gonna talk about what is an infinitive, right? Because we're not gonna be talking about verbs without talking about infinitive. uh, it's important that you understand that the form of the verb that we find in the dictionary is called infinitive. That's the basic form of the verb. It's not conjugated, okay? And then we know that the verb means action, action. All right. The infinitive, okay, is usually expressed in English starting by to. For example, to dance, to eat, to listen to, and so on. It has to start with to, okay, because infinitive is not conjugated yet. As we go, for example, here, as I say, to play, to think is an infinitive. Also, other things that you need to know is that in French, the most common regular verb, like I said before, in the infinitive is the verb ending in er, which is used 85% of time. Okay, for example, the verb that we focused on in class was jouer. You guys remember, jouer means to play. Okay, you notice it's ending in er right there. You can see the ending is very important. Is er. Okay, er here, the ending of the verb to play, jouer. All right, so to conjugate in the present tense, okay, this expresses an action which is happening at the present time as we're talking, okay? So as we're talking, like I'm talking is present tense. Okay, if I say I was talking, that's imperfect tense. We're not gonna cover that in French one. Okay, so the present tense is a verb that express an action which is happening at the present time. For example, je joue. Okay, je joue means I'm playing. Okay, or I play. All right. So to form the present tense in French, it's really important that you understand the subject pronoun. We learned the subject pronoun yesterday. We kind of have the subject pronoun down. I just want to make sure that in class, if you don't understand a topic, if you were at home and then you went through the video and you still don't understand, make sure do not hesitate, ask questions, please, so I can cover it. And then I'm gonna make sure we have like more practices so that we don't feel like we're just rushing. So we learned about the subject pronoun. So basically, we're gonna use the subject pronoun on the stamp, okay, and then of course the appropriate endings. Now if you were in class today, we kind of preview that so you know what I'm talking about. All right, so the subject pronoun that we learned is je, right? We all learn je means I, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, and elle. And then you notice here what it means in English. And I basically focus today, I talk about the tu and then the vous. Okay, notice in English it say you here and you here. This means here you guys, and also means in the singular you can use it as you when you're talking to somebody with respect. You're gonna use you. If you're speaking Spanish, I was saying this is gonna be the usted. Okay, it's gonna be singular in the polite form. All right. So the stem, we need to find the stem. In ER verbs, the stem is formed by removing the ER. I gave you an example this morning in class. Okay, so basically, jouer. You notice here the stem on jouer is joue. Okay, and then here uh, the ER here is specific to the ER verb that we, and then we notice here we will drop the ER when we start conjugating, right? Because we're gonna keep the stem here. It's J O U. That's the stem because we dropped the ER. So these are the endings that we need to know. For je, right? For je, the ER is E. For tu, the the endings is ES. For il is E. For elle is E. For on is E. And then for nous, is ONS. For vous is easy. For il, plural is going to be ENT. For L, plural is ENT. So the endings you need to know is are those ES, ONS, easy, ENT. That's what we need to know in this lesson. Okay, it's very important and very crucial that you know it because it's going to be exactly the same form for the verbs endings in ER, the regular verbs ending in ER. All right, so let's go ahead and do some examples. Jouer, for example, it means to play. All right, so you want to say the first thing you do, you write down the you're gonna write down the pronoun and then the stem. Remember, because you drop the ER, and then you append the endings and so on. Okay, so the endings that you need to know are the one in orange here. Okay, so if you want to repeat, je joue, tu joues, il joue, elle joue, on joue, nous jouons, vous jouez, il joue, elle joue. All right, so let's try another verb. So another verb, chanter, to sing. Okay, the you have to drop the er as you notice, and then you keep the stem. Right, chanter means to sing, as you see, and you append the endings. Okay, and then hopefully you get these endings down as we're practicing. Okay, let's try the next verb, aimer, to like. Okay, to like, to love. Same thing with it. You drop the er and then put the stem there and append the ending. What do you think the first one's gonna be? Of course, right? You got it. Okay, and then es, e. Okay, for all of this. Then we go to the next one, and then you go ONS, easy, ENT. All right. So far, hopefully you get it. If you don't get it, you can actually stop it and go back and review it again and again. That's actually the beauty of doing it at home. All right. So now, what we're gonna be doing here, let's go ahead and practice just so that we see that we really understand what's going on here. Okay. So basically, let's start with this one here. It says the instruction. Always make sure you read the instruction before you do activities in which you write the verb form. Complete these following sentences with the appropriate subject pronoun. Right? You understand that before I move on, I actually have you practice on conjugating the verb. I need to make sure that you know what are the specific object pronoun, subject pronoun, object, subject pronoun. So all we're gonna be doing here is the same verb conjugated with er, but here instead of giving you the subject here, and then the verbs actually blank out the subject. All you have to do is to give me that subject. So this is gonna be the trick, the hint here. What you will do here, first of all, you're gonna look at the ending of the verb. It ends es, and then what I will ask you, what subject pronoun is used for es, and then of course you will refer back to your verb, and you will tell me it's tu. Now let's check the next one. For example, this one means sorry, you calling. Okay, the next one, Madame Pafundi, and then aimer écouter de la musique. Which one end with easy? Vous, yeah, you notice vous is easy, so vous aimez écouter de la musique. So Mrs. Pafundi, you like to listen to music? Oh, let's check number three. Tiens, Cécile et Nadine. Look at the ending of the verb because the verb will always follow the blank. It's ENT, right? And then you will come here. You will notice that the two girls, right? We're talking about two girls today. So we're going to say the subject pronoun going in the blank is going to be plural, right? Because two girls. Now, Asia is a girl. Okay, and then you will look here. Ending here is E, so it has to be L because it's a girl. Okay, let's go for the next one. Okay, number five. So you look at ending here is O N S. Of course, you will tell me that what goes in the blank? No, because it's O N S. Okay, next one. Merci aime aller au cinéma. Oh, it's just right here. You notice it's E, right? E could be je and it could be il or elle or on. But now you have an apostrophe here. Apostrophe. What goes right before the apostrophe? Yeah, it's that one, J. Okay. Number seven, Etienne, Jean Etienne. Etienne here, I'm just gonna tell you Etienne straightforward, like right there, that Etienne is a guy, he's a man, and then Jean is the girl, right? And then you say étudier is ENT, and we have a mix boy and girl, so it's gonna be il. Okay, and then number eight, Alexandre blank regarde la télé. Once again here is E, and then E is je or il or elle or on. Alexandre is a boy, so you're gonna say il. Remember that, please. And if you have question, don't forget, you can ask me in class. Okay, now for this one here, we just need to check the endings, right? So now we're gonna actually conjugate the verb. So we have Christophe. So Christophe is a he. So what's the ending? E. Okay, Damien et Christine, two people. Okay, it's plural, so it's like three blank here. So E N T, right? And then je, la télévision is je, so it's gonna be E. Nous, what's the ending? O N S, right? It's because it's nous. So nous aimons nager, we like to swim. Let's check the next one. Madame Duray's telephone is a she, so it's gonna be E. Okay, Sabrina, Anne, and Sophie, three people, three girls, so it's gonna be E and T. Hopefully you get that. Think at the same time as I'm doing this so that you get it, right? So the next one, vous. For vous, what are you gonna have? So you say, of course, easy because it's vous. Écoutez de la musique. Of course, my Z doesn't want to come out, so it's gonna be a Z here. Vous écoutez de la musique. And then tu joues au foot, so it's gonna be tu is ES, right? So once again, you can pause and repeat it and do it yourself and get the answer before I actually put it there. So let's go ahead and hopefully you understand this practice. So now what I would like you to do is to go ahead and do this exercise here. 11, activity 11 is on page 29 of your textbook, right? So basically you have regarder, you have to choose the verb. You have regarder, étudier, aimer, passer, écouter, jouer, arriver. Regarder means to watch. Étudier means to study. Aimer means to like, to love. Passer means to the showing, the passing. Okay, écouter means to listen, and then jouer means to play. Arriver means to arrive. So go ahead and just rewrite these sentences and give me answers. And you're gonna do activity. Like for example, I'm gonna do the number one for you. What goes in the blank is gonna be aimer. Est-ce que vous aimez faire? Okay, vous aimez faire. So you just write this answer, and you do for number one through five, right? And then you're also gonna do activity 12, right? So activity 12, it says the Bushra have invited Rubido families to spend day at the cabin. Describe what is they are doing. Everyone is doing. For example, the first one you're gonna look at Edouard. Edouard is right here. You will say Edouard is playing basketball, right? So Edouard joue au basket. And then you will look at Claudette. And then Monsieur, Madame Roubidou, Roubidou, Bouchard, Normand. It doesn't matter the order as long as you have the verb correct. Okay, so you will do these two activities and turn it into me and make sure you take the note for class to put in your binder so that I can grade it. Okay, so if you have any question, let me know. And on this, have a good evening and see you in class tomorrow. Thank you very much.